Amid the kind of backlash that has come in of India's dead economy, as said by Donald Trump. Big scoop over the government discussions. Sources are telling us that there wouldn't be a big tariff impact on Indian economy. America's tariffs will right away not have any adverse effect on the economy. The GDP loss, according to our sources in the government, will be likely to be less than 0.2%, which also, according to experts, is the worst case scenario. That the GDP loss, if there will be less than 0.2%. That could also be a worst case scenario. Most of the goods exported to America will not be subject to tariffs. Export may fall slightly though. There will be, at least I'm sure, some difference that would be seen. 25% tariff that we are looking at. India is giving top priority to its domestic interests, especially with regard to agriculture. Remember, Indian government has maintained that it will not be compromising on agriculture, dairy, that American markets desperately want to come into, especially dairy. India has also said GM crops, all of that will not be touched. There are also religious sentiments involved here. There will be no compromise for milk, especially with regard to beef, for example. All of this will be taken care of. India will protect the interests of the agriculture and MSME sector. No massive impact will be expected. Government sources say India is on a strong path to become a $5.5 trillion economy in the next 3 to 4 years, and possibly from fourth number in the world economy could go up to 3 as well, and it will not bow down to pressure. But in the days to come, there will be, of course, all the focus on the markets and how the import-export really works between the two countries. America's tariff on India is set to come into force starting 7th August. So while there is still a week to go, a day after US President called India a dead economy and said 25% tariff will be imposed. America then went on further to target India, and this time over the India-Russia oil deal. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said India's continued oil trade with Russia is helping Moscow sustain the war against Ukraine, and then said that this stand by India is a point of irritation in its relationship with Washington. Basically, America wants India to toe the line that America wants, even with regard to international diplomacy. Government sources are telling India Today, center is not too worried by the Trump move and that Indian economy remains a bright spot in global economy. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal already has spoken in the parliament, saying India intends to prioritize its domestic interests in agriculture, which will be farmers, MSMEs and exporters, and that we are heading to becoming a third largest economy of the world.
India came to the table early. They've been slow rolling things. So I think that the president, the whole trade team's a bit frustrated with them. And also, you know, India's been a large buyer of sanctioned Russian oil that they then resell as refined products. So, you know, they have not been a great global actor.
August 1st, the reciprocal rates will be going into effect. If more deals are cut between now and midnight, I will never count out the president. You've seen him do it before. He cut 3 deals in one day very recently. So we'll see what happens. I do know foreign leaders are ringing his phone, realizing this deadline is a real thing for them tomorrow, and they're bringing offers to the table. Well, there's a lot of countries that I know have reached out. I believe it's upwards of 200 countries around the world have reached out to the trade and tariff team. Of course, as I said previously and the president said, we're going to prioritize our key trading partners, which we have done. Like I said, of the 18, 2/3 of those we have cut these tailor-made deals with. But I do know that the trade team has been working around the clock to try to be in correspondence with as many countries as possible. But if they haven't heard from us yet, they will in the form of a letter or an executive order by midnight tonight.
The implications of the recent development are being examined by the government. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry is engaged with all stakeholders, including exporters and industry, for taking feedback of their assessment of the situation. The government attaches the utmost importance to protecting and promoting the welfare of our farmers, workers, entrepreneurs, exporters, MSMEs, and all sections of industry. We will take all necessary steps to secure and advance our national interests.
Well, I represent 200 of the largest companies in America and India. And let me tell you that they're all nervous. I mean, Indian companies in America are feeling very exposed and vulnerable right now. American companies in India are uncertain. You know, business doesn't like uncertainty, it likes predictability. And if the US and India can't agree a deal that, frames the economic relationship and sends a positive psychological message to investors, it's going to be very hard to see growth. And both the president and the prime minister advocated for hitting a $500 billion target in annual trade. We can't do it if we don't get this deal done, because the deal is the foundation of what is going to be further deals. So I think, speaking for the business community, everybody just wants to see this drama come to an agreed deal.
Well, there is no denying the fact that U.S. Is a very prominent market, one of the biggest trading partner of India across all the products and services, and the importance of U.S. market cannot just be, underestimated, given the fact that it accounts for almost 33% of India's apparel trade, and the only countries I think which are ahead of India in market share in apparel import of U.S. are China, Bangladesh, and Vietnam. So it will, any kind of upheaval in India-U.S. Trade scenario can adversely impact India's apparel trade.
Meanwhile, staying with the United States of America, the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has proposed Nobel Peace Prize for their President Donald Trump. Why? For mediating multiple truce in multiple conflicts, including India-Pakistan. Listen in.
The president has now ended conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia, Israel and Iran, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, India and Pakistan, Serbia and Kosovo, and Egypt and Ethiopia. This means President Trump has brokered, on average, about one peace deal or ceasefire per month during his 6 months in office. It's well past time that President Trump was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
Meanwhile, the focus will be, of course, on not just the implementation of the tariffs, but the political showdown here in India. The remark of Donald Trump strangely found an echo by one opposition leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Congress Party's MP, Rahul Gandhi, who said that Donald Trump is absolutely correct. India's economy is indeed dead, and accused Prime Minister Modi of killing the economy. Now, this remark, however, drew sharp reactions in opposition against it. Grammy winner Ricky Kedge, Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan slammed Rahul Gandhi for echoing America's tone, and then also claimed, why would Rahul Gandhi want to bring India down consistently? Let's listen in to what has been said. Also, a Samna editorial slamming Donald Trump's 25% tariff on India highlighted Trump and Modi alleged friendship is exposed every day. Here's how domestic political showdown erupted on this.
They work for only Adani. The argument is very simple, that these same gentlemen, whomever that Grammy Award guy or the Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Pawan Kalyan, should have had the same anger to say to Mr. Modi that why you are keeping mum when Trump is calling you that 28 times that he has stopped the war ceasefire with Pakistan. Where were they? Where was Pawan? Where was the Tejas? Where they are? They are living in India or somewhere else. Why this anger is not there when India is insulted by Trump again and again and again?
Rahul Gandhi agrees with Donald Trump when he says that Indian economy is dead economy. He's receiving a lot of flack from the BJP by saying that it's just rumor mongering and buffoonery by Rahul Gandhi.
See, India needs the United States. The United States needs India. Both are large economies. We not only have trading ties, we also have people-to-people. And we will come to some sort of a negotiated settlement as far as trade is concerned. The American president has made many flippant comments in the past, and then subsequently gone on to have negotiated settlements with those countries. And I'm sure India too will come into an understanding with the United States, which will be fair and acceptable to both sides.
The government has said this is an ongoing process and the deal is still being worked out.
Trade negotiations are very painstakingly hard, detailed work. It will take time, and they have to go line item by line item to come to some sort of understanding. And I'm sure the negotiators, whoever the government is appointed, are aware of the ground realities, are aware of the political sentiment, and aware of the overarching environment, and will take everything into account and negotiate a good position for India and come to a settlement.
राहुल जी जिन बातों कह रहे हैं उन बातों पे पूरे देश को और विशेषकर मोदी जी को चिंतन करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि जिस प्रकार वो इंटरफेयर कर रहे हैं, पाकिस्तान के साथ तेल की बातें करें, आप किनके साथ ऑयल का डील करो वो डिसाइड करेंगे, सीज फायर का वो डिसाइड करेंगे। और आज जिस प्रकार टैरिफ हम पे लगाया है 19% पाकिस्तान पे लगाया है, हम पे 25% लगाया है, हम लगातार सरेंडर कर रहे हैं। नरेंद्र सरेंडर की अगर वो बात कहें तो गलत क्या है? उन्होंने कहा है, और इतना लाचार इतना कमजोर प्रधानमंत्री, और ये मैं कहता हूं ट्रंप का नाम लेते ही क्या इनके मुंह में फेविकोल क्यों लग जाता है?
ट्रंप एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने टैरिफ की पूरी एक लिस्ट जारी कर दी है। भारत पे 25%, पाकिस्तान पे 19%, और कल फिर से प्रेस सेक्रेटरी जो व्हाइट हाउस की उन्होंने दावा किया कि भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच सीज फायर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप की वजह से हुआ।
अमेरिका जो कर रहा है ये अपेक्षित था। सर झुकाओगे तो पत्थर देवता बन जाएगा, इतना चाहो उसे वो बेवफा बन जाएगा। हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी अपने पब्लिक ऑडियंस कहूँ या भक्तों को खुश करने के लिए कि बहुत पावरफुल हैं और विश्व गुरु हैं, जबरदस्ती किसी को लंगोटिया यार बताना, ट्रंप सरकार बनवाना, गले पकड़ना, वो डिप्लोमेसी का हिस्सा नहीं है, वो आपका पीआर का हिस्सा हो सकता है। डिप्लोमेसी इज ए सीरियस बिजनेस। और आज हकीकत ये है कि ना अमेरिका के मुद्दे पर बल्कि हर मुद्दे पर देश अलग थलग पड़ गया है। लाख कहने के बावजूद माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ट्रंप का नाम नहीं ले पाए। हमें अच्छा नहीं लगता है हमारे प्रधानमंत्री को हर दिन कुछ न कुछ कहकर कमजोर और देश को हल्का साबित किया जाए। ये भारत की विदेश नीति इस समय ऋण विहीन, नीति विहीन, दिशा विहीन और सोच विहीन है।
ये आपकी बार ट्रम्प सरकार, ट्रम्प जैसा उनको जैसा दोस्त है ऐसे दिखा रहे थे, लेकिन अभी जो ट्रम्प साहब का जो सब डिसीजन आ रहा है वो तो भारत का, इंडिया का प्रेस्टीज के लिए, इकोनॉमी के लिए, सम्मान के लिए ये तो ठीक नहीं है। तो ये तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, भाजपा गवर्नमेंट, मोदी गवर्नमेंट का जो डिप्लोमेटिक पॉलिसीज है, उनका जो विदेश नीति है, उनका फेलियर है।
Rahul Gandhi say that has led to so much of backlash and a showdown in itself. Let's listen into that comment.
The government has destroyed our economic policy, has destroyed our defense policy, has destroyed our foreign policy. Okay? They are running this country into the ground. You people don't say it. You people want to talk about other issues, right? But they are running this country into the ground. Prime Minister एक ही व्यक्ति के लिए काम करते हैं, अदानी। सारे के सारे स्मॉल बिजनेसेस उड़ा दिए। आप देख लीजिए, ये डील होगी, ट्रंप डिफाइन करेगा ये डील कैसे होगी, और मोदी वही करेगा जो ट्रंप कहेगा।
So clearly political showdown that's erupted, but it's also beyond just India-US relationship. Trade war to oil dreams as well. Donald Trump is clearly shaking things again because US President, for some strange reason, is turning attention to our neighbor nation, Pakistan. He says he's now going to develop Pakistan's massive oil reserves. The question is, does Pakistan have massive oil reserves? India Today reports.
Troubled at home, fighting with his own central bank over interest rates, a busy US president is shaking things up. After imposing a steep 25% import duty along with penalties on India, Trump is now betting big on Pakistan. He has inked a deal to develop what he called Pakistan's massive oil reserves. Yes, Pakistan, the same country struggling to keep the lights on, let alone drill for oil. But here's the twist. That so-called massive reserve was declared by Imran Khan in 2019 and was denied hours later by Pakistan's own petroleum division. 4 companies drilled deep beyond 5,500 meters and found nothing. Pakistan's total proven reserves, just 353 million barrels, ranking 52nd in the global production. It produces only 88,000 barrels a day, while consuming over 550,000, relying on 84% imports. Despite seismic surveys offshore, no major oil discovery has been confirmed yet. Even worse, most of Pakistan's reserves lie in Balochistan, a province in open rebellion against Islamabad. So forget drilling, even access is in question. So is Trump really chasing black gold or a fool's dream? One thing is for sure, when it comes to Pakistan, selling dreams may be the only real export left.